All right. And I'm going to welcome to the Nashville Business Luncheon our speaker for the day, Mr. Dakota Grady. Comes to us with a wealth of financial information. He's going to be sharing some information today that I'm sure will be beneficial to all. So without further ado, Dakota, I'm going to go ahead and let you take over here and let me make you a co-host and go ahead and start off.
All right, thank you, John, and Lori Delk as well. I know she's not present, but thank you, Lori, for the opportunity to speak to you all. Let me share my screen with you. So accounting is very important. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, what happened to the screen? All right, so accounting. This is a business networking group, and I want to share some essentials for accounting. I am Dakota Grady with Essential Business Solutions because every business matters. I know we're in COVID-19 and we have businesses that were essential and non-essential, but in my opinion, every business is essential. So before we get started, let me tell you a little about who I am and what I am here to do. I am from South Carolina. My wife and I have been married, Shamika, for 12 years. I know I don't look that old, but if you want to see my ID, you can see me after the event. We've been together for about 19 years, actually, and I'm glad she's on my team. I grew up in a lower income family of 9. Mom and dad have 7 children. Yes, I said 7 children. And we were called the Grady Bunch because we were a large family. You may have heard of the Brady Bunch, but we were the Grady Bunch, so go figure. But we grew up in a low income family of 9 on welfare, and we were struggling financially. But things changed for me. I wanted to have a better lifestyle for my family. So here I am helping people with their personal finances, but I also help people with their business finances as well through accounting and taxes. So I have a degree in accounting and also been doing accounting and taxes for about 8 years. So that's a little about who I am, but I'm also not only a coach, an accountant, a husband, I'm also a father. It's my daughter, Naomi, and I'm glad she's in part of my life as well. So my wife and daughter are 2 of the whys of why I do what I do in addition to my background. So today I'm going to talk to you all about accounting, because if you're in business or maybe you're working for someone, accounting is essential for every business. Sales, marketing, operations, they're all important. But if you don't have accounting, you may as well not even be in business. There's no point in having sales if you're not tracking how much you're making, and there's no point in having sales if you're not tracking how much you're spending, because that's what accounting is. You're tracking how much you're earning as well as what you're spending. So what are the essentials? Let's start here. Maybe you're starting out in a new business, or maybe you're already established. I think what I'm going to talk to you today about is about the essentials of your accounting system. So first, you need to have a business bank account. Why? Because you don't need to commingle your funds. When you have a business, you need to keep those income and expenses separate from your personal. Now, it's fine that you are able to fund your business with personal money, but if you're paying for your personal expenses out of your business bank account, that's going to muddy the waters when it comes to your accounting, because then you're going to have to explain to your accountant what that was for. I encourage you to open a business bank account and keep things separate and keep it clean. So have one for personal and business. I have multiple accounts, personal and business accounts. So I encourage you to do the same. And again, it's all right to fund your business with your personal income, but make sure that you don't pay for any of your personal expenses out of your business account. If you do, just do a draw. Do the draw and then pay for your expenses with that money. You also want to make sure that you keep the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, convenient pay systems a part of your bank account as well. That way you can keep track of those income expenses that go in and out of those particular venues. I've seen people who may have a business, but they may not have this essential thing set up. They may be spending all their money through their personal, which is not good. Again, you want to make sure you keep those separate, business and personal separate. Then you also want to make sure you have an accounting system set up, whether it be QuickBooks or Xero, or maybe even an Excel spreadsheet. Make sure you get that set up because you want to make sure that you're keeping track of what you're making and spending. Why go in business and not keep a pulse on your money? You need to know how much you're making because you're not going to business to be a hobby. You want to go in business to make money and change people's lives as well. So meet with an accountant, bookkeeper, a CPA, or a certified public accountant to help you get that set up. And I also want to, if you want to do your accounting on your own, I encourage you to get someone to train you. I recently trained a client on QuickBooks, and she quickly realized that it's in depth. It's more than just about debits and credits. It's more than just about that. You want to make sure that everything you have coming in and out, they're recorded to the correct account. It's important because you want to make sure that your books are accurate for tax purposes and for you to make decisions as well. Whether to spend money on certain things, whether you're going to increase your assets by purchasing, say, some equipment or machinery, or to pay off some debt if you're in debt in your business. You want to also keep up with your income by keeping your receipts and purchases. You may do it electronically as well. I know QuickBooks has an opportunity for people to upload receipts and invoices, I believe, so they can keep track of those things electronically opposed to keeping paper receipts. We're in a digital age, so I want to encourage you to keep up with those things electronically. Maybe you have Dropbox. Maybe you can upload those to Dropbox, or maybe you can do it via email. Whatever system you use, make sure you have it in place. But if you're trying to do it on your own, I encourage you to get somebody who's efficient in doing this for you so you can focus on being in business and focusing on helping people change their lives. That's why you went in business, not to do accounting. Now, if you want to do your own, that's fine. I understand you may not be able to support somebody, but make sure if you're going to do it on your own, to get someone to train you on how to use your system. And your balance sheet and income statement, those are two components of a business that you need to understand. The balance sheet is basically saying all of my assets are financed by either liabilities, debt, that is, or equity, meaning money the owner puts into the company. Assets may be cash, your furniture, equipment, account receivable. Those things are assets, things that your business owns that are going to help you generate income. Liabilities such as credit cards, bank loans, mortgages, equipment loans, those things are liabilities that will also help you to make money in your business. And then you have the equity, the money that the owner puts into the business to make it grow and to make it be productive. So the balance sheet is basically saying all of my assets are financed either by debt or equity. It's that simple. Income statement. Now this is the part where you have all your income, everything you're making, whether it be from sales of goods or services, minus your expenses, equals either net income or net loss. Net income means you make more money than you actually spent. Net loss means you spent more money than you actually made in your business. Again, you get income from products and services that you sell, and some of your expenses may be cost of goods sold, advertising, payroll, office supplies. And now, in my experience, if you have employees, your biggest expense on your income statement would be payroll. Payroll taxes, wages, salaries, bonuses, and so forth. So if you look at any company's income statement, more likely you'll see that the biggest item on the expense side of the income statement will be payroll. So this is just some things. I encourage you to understand these two things about your business. I have a client that has someone do the books for them. And the client basically wasn't aware that things weren't being done in the business. So I want to encourage you to be aware of what's happening in your business. Even if someone else is doing your books, help them to help you understand the income statement, your balance sheet, so that you can understand what's going on in your business. Because you don't want to be blindsided by somebody taking money from you, maybe taking money out of your account. You might even know about it because you're not paying attention. You gave them all the trust to take care of your books, but you also need to be involved in the process as well. And the last thing I want to encourage you all to do, to not borrow money to start a business. Why? Because it adds risk to your life. Let me give you an example. COVID-19. So what if you had a business and all of a sudden your clients stop paying you because they don't need your business, for example, or you're not in the central business, and you have a loan to pay back, right? But you don't have any customers coming in to pay you money so that you can pay that loan. What are you going to do? If your business is your only source of income, how are you going to pay the loan back? So what if you had another scenario, you had cash with no debt at all in your business, and say the same scenario happened. So you slowed down in your business, but you had cash to pay your employees. You prepared for the rain. What if you had that situation opposed to the first one? Then more likely, if you had a competitor in your same industry who was like the first company I described, but you're the company who has cash, that would give you the opportunity to go buy your competitor. But if you have debt, it's going to increase risk in your life. You're worrying, stressed out, how am I going to pay this particular debt if I don't have clients? And then when you get back up and running, you're going to have to pay the debt that you haven't been paying for the past 2 or 3 months, from March until maybe June. But again, if you don't have that debt, you won't have a strain on your finances, and you'll be able to have the peace in your life that you really want. I know this may be contrary to what you want to believe and what you've heard about starting a business, OPM, other people's money. But I want to encourage you to start a business with YM, your money. Yes, because that's how you finance a business without having the debt. Go back to the balance sheet I mentioned earlier. Assets are equals liabilities and owner's equity. What if you have a business that says assets are all financed by you, the owner? That means you, the owner, own the business, not the bank. Because if you default on the loan, that company can more likely come in and take your assets if you're a sole proprietor. Now, if you have an LLC or S corporation or corporation, you may get some protection. But the whole point of me saying this is to encourage you to not borrow money in your business. You went in business to make money for your family, your community, and hopefully eventually help the world around you, not to make a banker rich. You are in business to make yourself rich. And one way to become wealthy, I think, and to grow and be rich is to stay out of debt. I know, again, it's contrary to what you're hearing, but just try it. Try it. I have a business. I do accounting, and it's financed by me and financed by clients who pay me for my services. Actually, 2 businesses, actually. Personal finance, financed by me, and then my accounting business, financed by customers who pay me. I don't believe in having a business with debt. And actually, I spoke to some ladies about a month or so ago, and I told them the same thing I'm telling you right now. After their conversation, a lady asked me this question. She said, "What are your thoughts about business credit?" And I said to myself, did you not hear what I just said to you? So I hope you don't be that person that asks me the same question. I hope you say, this guy made sense. Let me get out of my debt if I have debt, or let me start my business without debt. That way, there will be no stress in my life about operating my business. So that's what I have for you today. I am Dakota Grady with Essential Business Solutions. I offer accounting and tax solutions to entrepreneurs and small businesses so that they can focus on making money and changing lives. That's right. That's right. I help people with monthly accounting, financial statement preparation, local and state tax solutions as well. Again, essential because every business matters. So if you know someone who's stressed out about the accounting, let me come talk to them, or then come talk to me. We'll start a conversation, and I'll see if I can help them to get out of this feeling of being overwhelmed, because it can be overwhelming. But if you got somebody in your corner to help you to navigate these kind of things, such as accounting, then you'll be able to focus on, again, making money and changing lives. You can follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Essential Biz Solutions. I hope you can connect with me, and just want to invite you. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to y'all about accounting. And I hope this can help you in your business. Again, it's probably contrary to what you've heard, but I want you to be different. I don't want you to be like everyone else who's borrowing money to start a business. Right now, it's a great time to start a business because people need what you have to offer. That's going to make it happen. Thank you.
Good deal, Cody, and thanks a lot. And the golden nugget I took out of that, yep, round of applause. You know, don't do $10 an hour work. What's the highest and best use of your time? You didn't start your company to go do paperwork. So that's great information. And oddly, that's the third time I've heard that this week from people. So I think the virtual world out there is speaking to me. So great stuff. Again, this is one of our key speakers, the Nashville Business Luncheon. We also do live networking, both virtually and on site. So join us, follow us on Facebook, and I'm going to go ahead and end the live portion of our event.